Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. Today we are going to be doing something a little bit more fun because it is Sunday Funday. We're going to get away from a little bit of the work. We're not cleaning out the culvert pipes. Instead, we're going to go up to the Freddom Compound and have a little bit of fun today. So I just left the grocery store and we picked up some supplies, put a few of the firearms in the truck, and it's gonna be a fun morning. All right, guys, we are up here at the Freddom Compound at the gun range. So first things first, I need a name for this range. I don't think Freddom Range works, considering I'm calling the entirety of this place the Freddom Compound. So if anybody can think of a good name for the gun range, you know, obviously America related, you know, I'm open for suggestions. So right now I'm going to take you through what we have in store for you today. We brought a few firearms with us, and like I said, we stopped at the grocery store and picked up some targets, and I think it's going to be a pretty fun day. So first on the list is the Taurus 410 45 long Colt revolver, otherwise known as the Judge. This shoots, like I said, 45 long Colt as well as 410 shotgun shells. We brought some 3-plate defense disc because I think that's going to work best for what we're shooting at today. Next we have my personal favorite handgun, the Sig Sauer P320 M18 9mm. This one is probably my favorite gun. It shoots smooth, the action's smooth, trigger pulls smooth. It feels real nice in your hand, comfortable grip. I love this one. This is my daily carry, and if you have an opportunity to pick one up, I recommend it. Next we have the Lander Arms AR-12 12-gauge shotgun, semi-automatic with 2 5-round mags. And then we have the Century Arms RH-10 AK-47. Now you're probably sitting there watching that going, Steve, what on earth are you going to be shooting at today? You stopped at the grocery store. You're obviously not shooting at regular targets. Well, this is where it's going to get a little interesting. We stopped and picked up some watermelons because I think that's going to be really fun. If nothing else, I got a nice little surprise set up for the end. And then I'm sure many of you know what happens when you put Mentos in Diet Coke. So my plan is we're gonna try to put 3 or 4 Mentos in each of these bottles and cap it before they blow up. And then we're gonna shoot it to see what happens. This is gonna be so much fun. Sunday Funday in full effect here at the Freddom Compound. Okay guys, now like I said on the drive over here, there are 2 things that I am going to constantly stress, and that is your trigger discipline, which means you keep your finger out of the trigger housing and off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. You want to place your finger up here and not down here, because if you're walking or something and you slip, stumble, your finger can kind of slip in there, and see how kind of easy that is. So you want to just kind of train yourself to keep your finger up here, off the trigger, out of the housing, so if you drop it, if you slip, if you fall, you don't have to worry about your finger, you're good. The next one is muzzle awareness. Now if you noticed, while I was explaining the trigger discipline, I kept the muzzle pointed away from me, away from the camera, down at the ground. You always want to just be aware of where the muzzle of your gun is pointing. Now obviously my slide is locked back, and you can see there's no mag in there, so the gun is unloaded, and in theory it's safe. However, you still want to get into the habit of keeping your gun pointed at the ground, away from your feet, away from other people, away from any, just really anything that could cause problems. So those are the 2 things that I'm going to stress the most. And then also, there's your eye protection. So always make sure you wear safety glasses, and your ear protection. Earphone or earbuds, headphones, whatever. Just Guns are loud, they can damage your hearing. So for this one, we got 2 Mentos in that bottle of Coke. We're gonna use our Taurus Judge with the slugged, replated 410 shotgun shells. Alright guys, we got that one capped. We're going to go ahead and use the 12 gauge semi-automatic shotgun and see what happens. That one was good. This thing's sweet. That one was good. Alright guys, so I know I started this day off by saying that we were gonna test out the Diet Coke and Mentos thing with a few different guns. Unfortunately, I botched, I guess, 3 of the attempts to get the Coke bottles capped. So I hope you enjoyed the 2 that you did get to see, which was the Judge with the 410 shells and the Lander Arms AR-12 shotgun. You know, it was something. So luckily for me though, I'm a planner, I'm a thinker. You know, I was at the grocery store and said, hey, what if this doesn't what if this doesn't work? Well, let's go ahead and buy some watermelons. So now we're just gonna shoot those. And all else fails, I got something special planned for the end of this episode. So stay tuned. So we have the AK-47 versus the watermelon. Let's see who wins. Pretty sure the AK won that round. Now we have our AR-12 versus a watermelon. And lastly, we're going to use the Taurus Judge with 45 long bolts versus a watermelon. Alright, there it is. We got one watermelon left, but I got a nice little surprise. So after seeing all that, you're probably wondering, Steve, shouldn't you clean up all that watermelon so it doesn't attract raccoons or bear or coyotes or whatever? You're right, I should. I don't really want to pick it all up though, so I have an idea. I'm sure a lot of you know what this is. This is a 2-pound container of Tannerite. Basically what it is, it's an explosive that you can buy at pretty much any of your local gun stores. Now I cannot stress this enough. This stuff can be very, very dangerous. So it's important you read the directions, you follow them to a T. And yeah, I mean it's a lot of fun to use. However, it is very dangerous. So if anybody's going to try this, make sure you have somebody with you that's used it before, is experienced with it, and can help you out. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix this up. We're going to take our 1 full watermelon that's left and all of our scrap watermelon that got blown to bits. We're going to pile it up and see how big of an explosion we can get out of this. So now with this Tannerite, it's actually kind of easy to use. They give you everything you need and it's pretty self-explanatory. Everything comes in a bigger container and then it's broken into 2 parts. You take your jar full of white little beads, whatever these are, dump them in here, and then you take these guys. So since this is a 2-pound container, they're going to give you 2 little packages of this. It's a gray powder. I actually don't really know what it is. I'm not a scientist. I do know it makes a big old boom though. So you drop that in there. Throw our scrap paper in there. Tear our second one open. And dump that in there. Now, as per the directions, screw the lid on. And you just want to kind of shake it around for a good minute. So we got all the watermelon and chunks of watermelon piled up around that jar of Tannerite. I would say we are about 150, 160 yards out. It's hard to see, but you can see the little orange dot of the jar that we need to shoot. That Tannerite's not going to explode until it gets shot with something that travels at the bullet needs to travel faster than 2,000 feet per second. So we're going to use the AK-47, and it might take us a few shots, but we'll get it. And that is why Tannerite is so much fun. So, took a couple shots to get it done, but I mean, I hit that from I would say probably 150 yards with iron sights on an AK. So think that's pretty good to take a couple shots there. So this is what we're left with. Just a nice little crater. All that dirt probably is flavored like watermelon now. Alright guys, that's going to do it today for Gunpowder and Freedom. If you like what you saw, click the like and subscribe. If you have any ideas of something you want to see, drop me a comment and let me know, and I will try to make it happen. We'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.